Mechanics that get really arrogant, it's like, I'm a career mechanic, I only use Snap-on or Mac tools. Like, really? What's up, people? I have a question here, and this person writes, Casey, big fan, man. I currently live in BG, Ohio, close to Genius Garage, I believe. Anyway, I recently got hired in to work as a heavy-duty diesel mechanic locally. I know you're a car guy, but still, any advice? Also, I bought a new toolbox as of late. It is a Husky from Home Depot. Your thoughts on stuff like this versus Snap-on or Mac tools? What are you trying to start a war, man? Anyway, best, Ethan. And he gives me permission to use pictures in this video. Okay, so diesel mechanic. All right, man, good for you. And talking about tools and advice. Like I'll tell a lot of young people with anything, whether it's school, racing, cars, car builds, tools, anything, you are putting investments of time and money into something for the future that you want to turn out well. So when it comes down to tools, it's just like a car or anything else, okay? First of all, do not be blinded by advertising or what other people say or popular consensus, etc. A tool has a certain value. Can it get the job done or not? Is it quality enough or not? Does it have a lifetime guarantee or not, or something else? And how much does it cost? Now, if you are genuinely going to be a mechanic, a career mechanic for the rest of your life, and you're working on diesel stuff, which oftentimes is a lot heavier and tougher, you're going to need good tools, and you're going to need tools that last and last and last and last and last. The problem with that is good tools cost money, and you're starting your career. So therein lies the difficulty. If you buy cheap tools that aren't going to work and break, it's going to be harder to make money to get better stuff. And then if you finally get money to buy better stuff, wouldn't it have been better if you could have just bought it to start with? Certain parts of your tools, maybe some sockets, extensions, things like that, if they're not totally obliterated, you might be able to buy good used equipment cheaper. The stuff that honestly is going to last forever and you're not going to have to turn it in. Who knows? A tool company might even replace it if you break it anyway, if it has a lifetime guarantee. So think about those things. In terms of Mac tools, Craftsman, Snap-on, those are kind of the big ones in the United States. And obviously there's like Duralast and Husky and stuff like that. Tools you buy, generally speaking, at a big box store like Home Depot or Lowe's or something, generally kind of suck. I mean, there's good tools there, but they're not like career mechanic worthy a lot of times. I'll buy some things from there. I mean, especially like the Chinese made tools and whatnot, like people buy because they're cheap and they think they're gonna work and they're junk and they just break immediately. Or the metallurgy is garbage and you get a chisel that's like made of butter and it's like, it's just junk. You can't do anything with it. It's garbage. I wouldn't even buy a hammer from them. Get to know what quality is and think about that. Also, pick and choose what you buy. You know, what is the basic tool assortment that you need to get by with regard to like pinchy tools? You know what I mean? Different pliers. Do you need like a channel lock? What are your side cutters? How much electronic stuff are you doing? If tools related to that, what kind of screwdrivers? Good screwdrivers will last a long time. I'm a fan of getting a little bit better, a little higher end screwdrivers, okay? And things like that. You know, mechanics that get really arrogant, it's like, I'm a career mechanic, I only use Snap-on or Mac tools. Like, really, I mean, you know, Craftsman has lifetime guarantees on a lot of things. They're less money and they're still pretty darn good quality. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, a lot of my tools are Craftsman, and I just find the level of Craftsman that is gonna last. If it breaks, I can get something, you know, get it replaced, but it rarely does. But I'm not necessarily working on cars every single day. And oftentimes working on like an airplane or a race car, it's lighter duty. It just has to be more precise. So those are things you got to think of. I don't get into impact tools very much. We've got them, but I rarely use impact stuff. I think you're going to use a lot of impact stuff. But it's all about weighing the cost versus the quality and how long it is. So you need to strategize that. What's the list of tools you need to do most of the job you need to do? Maybe those core tools that are really going to get beat up that you're going to rely on every single day, splurge and buy the ones that are going to last forever. Maybe that is Mac or Snap-on or whatever. Maybe it's Craftsman. Like, does it have a huge warranty? You know, and then all of a sudden, don't let the good old boys in the trucks come and buy, sell you on something because they're going to be your buddy when they come by. They at the end of the day, they're trying to make a sale, okay? You know? So make decisions for you and your career and what it's going to give you. Tools on the kind of outside the bell curve, you know what I mean? That you're not going to use as often. Maybe those don't have to be quite as high a quality, but they still need to be quality. They still need to get the job done well. So plan it out and strategize. Beyond that, any advice I'd give you with regard to your career is you're a young man right now. Just because you're young now and things don't hurt and you heal fast doesn't mean you should beat up your body. Okay? Wear appropriate eye protection. Wear appropriate ear protection, even if there's a bunch of old grizzled mechanics like, you're a loser, it doesn't bother me. Well, forget that guy. Be better, okay? Protect your body. Don't inhale crap. Because the fact of the matter is, being a mechanic is a dirty, hostile world to the human body. You got to be nice to your hands, okay? I will use my hand as a hammer more than I should, and I'm probably going to regret it one day. You know what I'm saying? Where you ball it up and do that, and turn wrenches harder than I should. Just take a step back when you're doing that. Use your mind as much as you can over just brute strengthening it through, okay? So save your body over time. The other thing is always be thinking about your career and doing it in an efficient way, because a job is a job to make money. It's to afford you a future and a life. So if the mechanic job you have is not paying your bills well, so to speak, not giving you the opportunity to save and invest for your future, so if your body gets worn out one day, you'll still be okay, you got to think about that. So don't just stick around because you're comfortable, whatnot. Be thinking about you, be thinking about your future, be thinking about your body, be thinking about investing, okay? And if you're going to do project cars of your own, if you're a car guy, think about it the same way. How much money and time do you have to put in it? What are you going to get out of it? Because I'm sure there's a lot of cars out there in the world that you would enjoy having, but don't just throw all your money at building something just because you're real proud of being a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? And you spend all your money and time doing something that's not going to give you a return, because I don't want to see you end up being 30, 40, 50, 60 years old and not in the same position that you might have been if you had the opportunity to think ahead. So those are my best tidbits of advice. Other than that, hit me up sometime, man. You should visit. I look forward to meet you. Hope everybody else enjoyed this, and you guys subscribe. See you next time.